Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dahna and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrek 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
Das war eine viel zu schöne Szene, als dass man die versauen kann, indem am Ende alle irgendwer draufgeht.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
Ich könnte auch jemanden bezahlen, der den vor die Haustür kackt. Das wäre vielleicht billiger, dann müsste ich mir das selber überfliegen. Wenn ihr es versaut. Wenn es gut wird, dann passiert nichts. Okay. Ja klar, Alter, da gibt so viel Astralenergie, dann schießt er das ins Weltall aus, Alter, der kirige Sack, weißt du? Oh, ich hab so viel, Alter, das schmeiß ich weg. Okay, wer denkt sich auch, dass es ausschaut wie vom Todesstern? Okay, ist ein bisschen größer als vom Todesstern, aber trotzdem.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dahna.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dahna is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dahna, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dahna's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shionne and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Zerstörte Überreste, Rena. Wie sie immer sagen, ist das Rena? Nein, das ist ein Stück davon. Ich meine, da
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dahna suffer the same fate. Ever.
Aber die haben ziemlich gute Häuser gebaut, wenn die so lange da noch Strukturen davon gibt. Gibt's eigentlich Züge? Da gibt's lauter Teleporter, ne? Die schaut viel zu groß nach einer Arena aus, aber wahrscheinlich ist jetzt da nix.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
Alter, wie die voll auf den losgehen, ey. Der hat bloß überlegt, was da passieren würde. Würde mich übrigens auch interessieren. Saugt es dann deine Astralenergie ab und du gehst auch in das Hollowing-Zeug über?
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Rena's Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shionne's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shionne's thorns flew out of control, We were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Rena's Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Boah, Alter, was ist jetzt schon wieder los? Nur noch mehr Unterschiede.
Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Dahnans started pressing their own.
Renans, Dahnans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Ja, wie er schon so gut dran steht. Oh. So, schauen wir mal, was geht jetzt hier ab, ey? Das sind... Kann ich da irgendwo hin? Nein, kann ich nicht. Warum leuchtet der Scheiß dann schon? Was soll denn das? Wer weiß, wie viele Drecksebenen das hat. Das heißt jetzt, da weiß ich jetzt schon, dass es heute nicht beenden kann. Gut, ich habe eh nur noch eine Stunde. Gekam Helga Rahi.
Looks like we warped into that pit
Gekam Helga Rahi. Okay.
of astral energy.
Pläne für den Ruhestand, Alter, ihr macht mich fertig.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Alter, ihr wollt mich fertig machen. Wir sind jetzt 5 Meter gelaufen und haben schon wieder 2 Dinger.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No, I mean... Wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Ow! Seriously, what the hell?
Was soll, Alter, nochmal ein.
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dahna, let alone up in Lenegus.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
Hast du die Viecher mal angeschaut?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dahna and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Darf ich weiterspielen? Danke. Wie ja, jetzt sogar noch was funktioniert, ist krass. Für die Masken und so. Okay. Oh, dunkle Astralenergie. Ah. Wird Zeit, eine Spezies auszurotten, ne?
Quill.
Guess they don't need their red woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
Deswegen müssen wir
So we
Schwert nehmen.
really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
Alter, ihr wollt mir jetzt aber nicht erzählen, dass sie so stark sind wie die anderen, oder?
I knew there was
shit, wie
something
viele
off here.
sind
They're
das?
not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
What?
Don't mind if I do.
Try harder! My turn!
Okay, sie sind nicht so stark.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Anything in armor is all mine. I'll crush
Alter, unterbrich mich meinen Angriff, Penner.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Ist das euer Ernst? Okay. Wer hat sich die Scheiße ausgedacht? Du kannst nicht einfach, wenn ich diesen Aufladeangriff mache, indem ich meine fucking Lebensenergie opfer. Bis auf 1. Kannst du nicht das durch so einen Angriff einfach blocken lassen, dass ich dann trotzdem das nicht mehr ausführen kann?
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
Milky plates here!
You're mine!
In here.
Oh nein.
This one's mine. Here goes.
Can't get out of this!
Take care of
Oh, you are gonna taste the that!
Now I can...
I'll bring you
You're
back.
mine! I'm not done! Tear! Hurricane Burn!
Here, let me help. That's gonna start.
It exploded?
Don't get caught in the blast.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Swallow down.
Take this!
Illuminate the
Megasonic
ceiling.
drop!
Holy glimmer. What do you want?
Wenn ich überlege, wie viel Wie viele solche Übergangsdinger ich verhaut habe.
Already on.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. Not a chance. You picked the wrong fight. First strike.
Healing circle! Lightning off! Raging cascade!
To stop you dying?
Der Text passt eigentlich gar nicht mehr.
Lightning Tiger Blade. Not a chance. I'm not done. Now or never. I'm Dragon Swarm. Rip hair. Megasonic Thrust. Do it.
Alter, was hier für Attacken aufgefahren werden.
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Aber wir können endlich mal wieder kämpfen.
Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Dahnan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
Ja, ist
I
ja
wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
glänzender Streikkristall, müsste ich schon erkennen.
This whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
Dasselbe der Herr Lenkurs.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? He probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for?
Ich habe eine Vermutung, dass die vielleicht irgendwann auch mit Astralenergie rumgespielt haben und dann dadurch durch diese große Masse den großen Geist erschaffen haben, der sie dann kontrolliert. Weil ich meine, die müssen ja das auch irgendwie aufgebaut
We
haben.
haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Alter Leute, wir hatten jetzt 9 Stück innerhalb von was? 10, 15 Minuten?
Just look at the size of that thing. And Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Dahnan, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
Alter, wir hatten jetzt 9 solche Gespräche innerhalb von kurzer Zeit. Das ist, ich meine, ich finde es immer noch interessant.
This won't be easy.
Megasonic thrust!
Don't be such a pessimist.
Can't get out of this! Take this! Transform! Pierce!
These ones can run rings around
Megasonic
us.
thrust! I'm not done! Try harder! That's enough!
Boah, wie ich nur ausgewichen bin. Das war Zufall.
Will this week now? This will come in handy.
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, outbound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Come one, come all!
Now I'm in the groove.
Dragon swarm!
I'll be saving this. Here I go. I'm only getting
Let's get! It's over!
Wie einfach ausweicht der Sack.
For the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah.
Take this!
You too.
Now I'm real mad!
No escape! Piss off!
Grad so.
And I'll stop your life!
My turn!
How's
No escape!
Chinese
Hurricane
supernova.
thrust! Mirage!
Lightning condemns.
Tear!
Thunderblade.
Swallow
Illuminated
down!
star.
I'm not done!
Holy
No
cow.
escape! It's over!
Bleib mal da, du Sack.
Burn in hell! Megasonic thrust! Here I come!
Demons descend! Flashing
Warum sind die eigentlich auch Zügel? Sind das nicht eigentlich Kreationen von Dahna gewesen?
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
Kann ich jetzt eigentlich,
On
boah,
me? Well, I'll do my best.
wie die halt sogar hier Traubenschäle rumstehen haben. So verschieden sind wir gar nicht. Okay, ich kann überall hinporten. Sehr gut. Also wenn wir Lust haben, noch irgendwas... Alter, ihr verarscht mich jetzt,
I
oder?
wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Dahnans?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Dahnans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Dahnans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Shionne and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Yeah. Da hinten sind wir gekommen, da hinten haben wir was aufgesammelt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
Da, Steuerpult. Alter, wer braucht so großen Raum? Vor allem, was ich halt nicht verstehe. Ey, du hast hier einen, 50 Meter breiten Raum. Und da ist eine Tür, wo du... Ja, wobei... Nee, die schaut auch nicht aus, wie wenn es dir größer aufmachen könntest. Ich meine, wenn du hier was Schweres transportieren willst, bringst du es nicht mal hier rein. Erst oberste Ebene 2, okay. Obergeschoss. Gut, wenn wir rechnen, dass wir unten angefangen haben. Hä? Ah, deswegen.
Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Shattering
It's over!
Your wind won't save you from me.
I can carve through armor!
Illuminate the dark!
Got fire!
I've got this!
Alter, was war denn das jetzt?
Horsemen handle it.
All yours!
In here!
Is this it?
Thanks, Shionne.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
I never miss! I can do this all day!
Here I come! Megasonic thrust!
Lightning
Wyvern!
Talent hurricane!
This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
I'm sorry to be a
Do
father.
it! We've all got it.
Blow them away! Come one, come all! Megasonic!
Take this! Tear you apart!
We're in the home stretch, guys!
More super
Keep calling
Was soll das
it
jetzt los?
down. That focus goes
In a
double
bind?
for you, Law.
Me? How come I get singled out?
Not done!
I'm ready!
Pierce! Dragon swarm!
Water!
Ah, sehr schön alle mit reingeflogen, ihr Deppen. Ah, fuck, jetzt habe ich mir wieder selber versaut, indem ich das gemacht habe.
Shouldn't have messed with me.
Dragon form!
Alright, it's time! Armor won't save you! You're far enough! Do it! Don't leave! Hey! Blow them
Ich
away!
dachte mir schon, Alter, dass hier nur Zügel kommen zum Killen.
Then we'll take them down!
Easter!
The earth throbs in pain.
Rising Phoenix! Here I come!
I'll stop your movement.
Sehr schön. Und ich drücke immer noch bloß in Law, ey.
More? I'm on! Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing arc.
Heizt sie mich oder wen heizt sie? Ah.
No escape! Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Shionne!
Get toasty.
Burn strike!
Wenigstens sind die nicht zu stark.
One more! I'm not done! This time! Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm! Look
Sehr
sharp!
schön, immer weiter.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
Let the marksman handle
Strike!
this.
I'll finish you here and now!
This one's mine.
Glimmer Dragon!
Glimmer.
It's go time!
You're mine!
Now.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Illuminate the dark.
Will der mich verarschen? Aber Alter, wie oft kriegt die Shionne ihr Zeug eigentlich?
Let's free!
Back into the fray. Annihilation.
Burn in hell!
Illuminate the dark.
Armor won't save you!
Here!
Don't leave!
Ich drück immer noch bloß in Law, Alter. Was ist los mit mir heute?
Bit more! Dragon Swarm! Burn in hell!
Here, let me help.
You're mine! I'm on! I owe you one!
Talon denied!
Can't get out of this!
Here I come!
Illuminate the dark.
Eat this!
Holy glimmer.
Dragon Swarm!
Holy light.
Here I come!
Sweeping them up is a one-man job.
By all means, be my guest.
I mean, you can help if you want.
Wind astral
Take
energy.
it.
Illuminate the dark.
Dragon Swarm.
Holy glimmer. Holy land.
It's on! Coming through! Ha! Now!
Okay, ist wieder bloß das da.
Scarlet Inferno! I'm on it! Here!
By the power
Dragon
of
Swarm!
flame.
More?
Finish without a trace.
Dragon
Lightning
Swarm!
orb.
Burn in hell!
Photon. Lightning
Here I come!
descent.
Swallow dance!
Thunder blade. Illuminate the dark.
Megasonic Thrust!
Und nächste. Alter, das hört ja nicht mehr auf.
Easy. Way to go.
Dragon Swarm!
Tapped and ready.
The picture of
No
hell.
Need to
escape!
pull myself
Here!
together.
Dragon Swarm! Now I can let loose!
Mega ray.
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Leave it to me. Get toasty.
Jetzt glaube ich, hört's auf.
Burn strike! Like more?
Here.
Okay. Vergesst, was ich gesagt habe.
I'm only getting started. Illuminate the dark.
Glimmer Dragon!
Holy
You're mine!
Eagle assault. There you go. Don't let up.
I can carve through armor.
I'm
You
not
shouldn't have
done.
messed with me.
You're
Now.
Look
So,
sharp!
der nächste.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance
Now
in
the
the wind.
flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Annihilation.
You're mine! I'm not done!
I'll crush you.
Oh, doch nicht auf die Biene, oder?
Lightning
Ja.
reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Widerstand.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix cyclone.
Illuminate the dark.
No.
Magic in hand. Dragon
Come down.
ray.
Stardust.
Holy land. You must
Tear.
Do it.
Hurricane Shot!
Demons descend. Flashing fang.
Oh, jetzt halt, endlich.
I can feel my power growing!
Alter. Oh. Wir sind jetzt unten, ne?
Even in such a
Was war das jetzt schon wieder?
harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zeugles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them.
Das haben wir gesehen. Wobei die jetzt eigentlich gar nicht so gefährlich
Think
war.
that pit stretches all the way to Rena's
Alter.
core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
Alter, wie viele Kicker gibt's da? Geistertempel? Achso, nee, da war Rena, eine Welt des Todes. Ja gut, aber an der Stelle müssen wir jetzt dann aufhören. Und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns dann wieder in der nächsten Folge, was dann wahrscheinlich auch die letzte wird. Oder die letzte Aufnahmesession. Machen wir Aufnahmesession, wir wissen nicht, wie lange noch geht. Weil ich habe jetzt eigentlich schon erwartet, nachdem ich gesehen habe, ey, wir haben jetzt dann so das da und das da vor uns und 6 Bosse noch und ach, das sind ein paar Stunden und dann ist das rum. Ich glaube, das war vor 5 oder 6 Stunden. Ich meine, wer rechnet auch damit, dass wir jetzt dann erstmal 2 Stunden oder 3 nur labern? Versteht mich nicht falsch, habe ich kein Problem mit, mag ich, gefällt mir sogar. Bloß es wäre schön, wenn man manchmal ein bisschen mehr machen könnte, bevor wir wieder in die Laberrunde kommen. Weil ich meine, das war so, auf dem Planeten landen, labern. 5 Meter laufen, labern. 3 Gespräche, wo man ausführen kann. 5 Meter laufen, ins Innere gehen, labern. 3 Gespräche, weitergehen. Nochmal 3 Gespräche. Ja, kommt manchmal ein bisschen viel vor. So, jetzt aber. Danke fürs Zuschauen, macht's gut und bis zum nächsten Mal. Servus.